All right, so we have a trinomial that's being divided by this 10. So what we're going to do, we know this is 10, so we're going to take that 10 and we're going to do it. The lines that I'm putting here mean division. You're dividing all three of those by 10. All right, 5 divided by 10. Don't do 10 divided by 5, and I don't want to hear 2 because that's not what it is. If you're here, you've got your calculators. If you want to do it, you just hit this calculator is wonderful. 5 divided by 10. You hit equals. Oops, I put times in there. It's divided by. You're going to get 1/2. 5 divided by 10 is 1/2. If you're at home, I suggest if you come up with a decimal, because 5 divided by 10 is going to be 0.5 on your calculators at home. Don't put 0.5. Leave it as 5 over 10 if you don't know how to reduce it. It's easy to reduce because you know 5 goes into both 5 and 10. I divide 5 by 5, I get 1. I divide 10 by 5, I get 2. 1 over 2. Now, there's nothing to subtract the x, so I'm just going to leave it. And we'll get to the subtracting of the exponents. 10 divided by 10, anybody? 1. You can put the 1 down, and then there's nothing to subtract that from. By the way, on your answer sheet, there will not be a 1 there. It'll be gone. It'll be like that. Okay? 10 divided by 10 again. 1, and I'm missing my x. X to the second power. So then you just bring down the x to the second power. And on your sheet, it's going to look like this. Either one of these is okay. On your answer sheet, it will not have the 1. Romeo, you paying attention or are you going ahead? All right, once again, we're going to take this number and we're going to put it underneath each one of them. And we create these 3 little problems. 9 divided by 9, again, is 1. 4 divided by, and there's a 1. 4, I know this is n to the 4th power divided by n to the 1st power, but since we're going up to the powers, we're subtracting. 4 minus 1, which is, whoops, 3. 45 divided by 9, 5. 3 minus 1, n to the 2. You're dividing the coefficients. You are subtracting the exponents. 9 divided by 9, again, is that 1. 2 minus 1. Your exponents get subtracted. It's just 1. How is it going to look on your answer sheet? It's going to look like n to the 3rd. Looks like an h. N to the 3rd plus 5n to the 2nd plus n. That's what it's going to look like. This is going to be on your answer sheet. This is acceptable. Ones don't show up. None of those little ones will ever show up on your answer sheet. This one's a little bit different, so you need to pay attention, because when you have where your exponent is higher than at least 1 or 2 of your exponents, you're going to have a situation that you need to deal with. So once again, we're going to take that whole thing and throw it underneath. 8x to the 3rd, 8x to the 3rd, 8x to the 3rd. Romeo, you might want to pay attention to this one. 2 divided by 8. Everybody stick that in your calculator right now. Turn your calculator on and put 2 divided by 8. What's 2 divided by 8? 1/4. Thank you. 3 minus 3. Does everybody get 1/4 on your calculators here? Then 3 minus 3 is what? It's gone. They're just gone. We don't put it down here. We're not going to put x to the 0. Will I count x to the 0 wrong? No. But anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay? What's 4 divided by 8? 1 over 2. I'm going to extend that out a little bit here. There's a reason why. What is 2 minus 3? What? It's not 1. 2 minus 3 is not 1. -1. We're going to have to deal with that in a little bit. because we're not going to leave ours with negatives. 32 divided by 8. 4. And there's a 1 here. 1 minus 3. Negative what? 2. You enter in your calculators. 1 minus 3. Negative 2. We need to deal with these negatives. We're not going to leave them as negatives. So in order to do that, the 1/4, we don't need to do anything. We still have 1/2. However, in order to get rid of a negative, what do we need to do with it? We're going to put it on the bottom, which is down here, and we're going to make it a positive, which you can put the 1 there, but you're not going to see it on your answer sheet. So it goes to the bottom. It doesn't matter, guys. If it's on the bottom as a negative, it goes to the top as a positive. If it's on the top as a negative, it goes to the bottom as a positive. Now, if you're a little confused, that's okay. Look right here. It's on the top. Technically, guys, this is over 1. So we can do this. It's negative 2 on the top. We're going to put it on the bottom as a 2. Does everybody understand that? Just goes from top to bottom. Did you see that, Chris? You see how that converted over? All I did was just throw it underneath, because technically there's a 1 underneath there. This is what it looked like before. 4x negative to the negative second power, and then I just tossed it underneath and made it a positive. Okay. Now there aren't a whole lot of those on there. Must have been very generous when I made this. I didn't go through it, but I'm going to do number 9. So flip your page over to number 9, because this is the same one that's similar to this. There's only maybe 1 or 2 more left on the whole assignment like this. 4n to the second, 4n to the second, 4n to the second. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. 4 divided by 4, 1. 2 minus 2, 0, right? So they're gone. 5 divided by 4, is it ever going to work? It just says 5 over 4, right? So we leave it 5 over 4. Now remember there's a 1 here. What is 1 minus 2? Negative 1. We need to fix that. What do we do to fix it? Put it on the bottom, make it positive. Does everybody see? Negative at the top, positive on the bottom. If it was negative on the bottom, we put positive at the top. They might ask you to fix them. Now, believe it or not, this is not a wrong answer. You might have that as a possible answer, but for us, we don't want any negatives. Negative exponents, those are not nice. So we want to make sure that this is what we're going to. All right? Should be pretty easy. It's just a division. We did this at the beginning of the year. If you have any questions, let me know.